We'd like to use this brief instructional video to introduce you to the fundamentals of making up and connecting a pillar S300 fitting. The toolkit you're looking at is a JTSA-K kit. As part of the toolkit, we have what we call the JTSA-KA hand tool. We also have the tube holders for 1/8 inch through 3/4 inch size, and this tool is also able to do 1 inch. The 1 inch does not need a special tube holder. Rather, it uses rubber pads in the end of the clamp to connect or affix the 1 inch tube in place during makeup. We also have sleeve holders for all the different size sleeves, ranging from 1/8 inch all the way up through to 1 inch size. As part of the sleeve holder, we have what we call the diameter expansion ring on the end of the sleeve holder. This diameter expansion ring does two things. First, it holds the sleeve in place when getting prepared to make the connection. The other thing it does is makes a nice tapered surface for inserting the sleeve into the piece of tubing. We also have wrenches in this toolkit that will be used to finish the connection on the fitting once you're done. And the last item in the toolkit is a SASB attachment. This is an adapter to use when using the smaller size sleeve holders for making up the smaller size connection. This SASB attachment is for the larger 3/4 and 1 inch sizes. To make the connection, we'll first set the tool up and we'll use 1/2 inch as an example. If you're using 1/2 inch, we'll need to connect the SASB attachment before we put the sleeve holder in. The threads on the SASB attachment are left-hand or backward thread. Once you have that connected, you are then ready to attach the sleeve holder to the tool. The sleeve holders have right-hand or normal thread engagement. Once you have the sleeve holder in place, you can place the sleeve onto the sleeve holder and engage the diameter expansion ring to hold it in place. We'll next use the correct tube holder and affix to the piece of tubing. Be sure to put your union nut onto the tube before making your connection. With the tube holder in place, you simply clamp the tubing into the tool. And once you have that in place, you're now ready to engage the sleeve in a piece of tubing. Simply rotate the handle on the end of the tool and ease the sleeve into the piece of tubing. You will be complete when the edge of the tube meets the shoulder of the sleeve. Be sure not to put excess force on that mating connection. You will have a good seal simply by having the tube face within 1 millimeter of the shoulder of the sleeve. When complete, simply take the knob out, undo the clamp, and your connection is complete. You can remove the tube holder, and you're now ready to connect this tube and sleeve to the fitting body. To make the final connection, simply insert the tubing into the end of the fitting, run the nut onto the fitting body, hand tight. If you cannot complete the connection by hand tight, use the designated wrench to finish tightening the nut to the fitting body. You'll note on the fitting body that we have what we call the gauge ring at the base of the fitting body. There's a tab on this gauge ring and also tabs molded into the fitting nut. When you engage the nut to that gauge ring, you will hear an audible click. If you're not able to hear the audible click, you will also have a visual indicator as this gauge ring press. This gauge ring is not designed to hold the nut in place, rather it's just an indicator to let you know that you achieved the minimum torque needed to make a good seal with this fitting.